In my this tutorial, we'll know how we can configure Xampp. So in Xampp, X stand for cross-platform. So this application is work on Mac OS, Linux, and Windows. That's why it's called XA. A for Apache, M for MySQL, P for PHP, and P for Perl. So in our case, we require to download Xampp for Windows. I'll just click here to get other version details. Here we can see the customized installation for your 32-bit operating system that include 5.19 and 5.6.3. The currently stable version is 5.6.3, which include, you can see what it's include: Apache 2.4.10, MySQL 5.6.21, PHP 5.6.3, my PHP admin 4.2.11, OpenSSL, Xampp control panel, web analyzer, Mercury mail, transport system, FTP server, FileZilla, Tomcat server, and Strawberry Perl portable edition. So it has more than the normal server what we required here. We can click here to download as per our requirement, and if you want to learn more in depth, so you can download the add-ons for it. For example, if you want to create the Drupal website, or if you want to create WordPress website, so you can directly download by default add-on that will provide you the customized installer that has the Xampp server WordPress module inbuilt it. But in my future tutorial, I'll show you how you can configure WordPress, Drupal on your current WMP or LAMP web server. So for us, it's better to go and download. And for me, I always prefer basic PHP version from SourceForge. Here we can go on files, Xampp for Windows. You can click and download the latest installer, but for me, I just required the zip file. So in 5.6.3, I'll just go and download Xampp portable for Win32 as a 7-zip format. I have already downloaded this, so we'll see how we can install it. So let's go to our download. Here you can see I have downloaded Xampp portable version and Xampp installer. If you run Xampp installer, it will install virtual C11 redistributor for your system, and here you can see you need to provide UAC, user access control, for them, and the same installer how you use to install WMP server. So I'm just going to cancel the setup here, and we are going to install portable version. All we just need to open the 7-zip file, go to our root directory, copy and paste the Xampp folder. It's done. So now we can close the 7-zip, and in our exam folder we can see we have the option called Xampp control panel. You just create the shortcut on desktop if you want to. I always prefer to pin it in a start menu or taskbar. Let's pin in start menu. So here it is. When we first time initialize, it will ask us to select the language, English, save here. Our Xampp control panel is ready. Before we start the services, I always prefer to do some customization configuration. For example, in config, we can see the default text editor. I always prefer to use text editor atom. So I'll copy the path, click here, paste, open, save. And for Apache, if you want to host a server services, for example, I'll start the Apache server, grant the rights, and now if we go to localhost, here you can see Xampp, it's up and running. Yes, we require to do tweakings to related the security because you can't access the Xampp server from another machine, even in your local environment. That will be covered in our future tutorial. For web hosting purpose, I always prefer to use the custom folders that can be configured using config apache conf file, which will open the default text editor where you can search document root. You can see the default folder path is here. Let's comment it out. Now we will create the directory. I always use custom path. Done. Save and close it. Stop and start the services. Now if we open the localhost, here you can see there is no page because we don't created any folder. So here we can host multiple folders, project for testing, project 1, project 2. This is not a best practice, but it's good if you want to test multiple projects on your local system. So now here I'll go to create on PHP file documents info.php, save, echo PHP info, refresh the web page. Here it's working, and even if you have another project, so you can switch the project, Create new file. Save it. And now, yeah, that's how you can customize folder directory as well as host multiple projects on location. In my future tutorial, I'm going to cover how we can customize Xampp and get more and more out of it. So please subscribe and thank you.